rumors of infidelity, drunkenness, sibling warfare, school drama. The path the Danish monarchs have traveled since their wedding on May 14, 2004, has not been strewn with roses. They are young, healthy, the parents of a beautiful large family, and for the past few months have been occupying the throne of one of Europe's most healthy monarchies. As icing on this royal cake, Frederick and Mary of Denmark are celebrating 20 years of marriage with gestures of affection during their latest state visit to their Swedish neighbors. At first glance, everything seems like a fairy tale, but their current situation rumors of a marital crisis and criticism of their short reign and the hard times they've been through over the past 2 decades suggest otherwise. Mary and her husband, until then Crown Prince Frederick, received the Scandinavian country's crown on Jan. 14 after the unexpected abdication of Queen Margrethe II, who had ruled Denmark for 52 years. They have come a long way together since meeting at Sydney's Slip-In pub during the 2000 Olympics, when she did not yet know Fred's true identity. The first time we met, we shook hands and I didn't know he was the Crown Prince of Denmark, the future Queen said in an interview in 2003. After an hour or so, someone came up to me and said, "Do you know who these people are?" Their relationship became public in 2001, and a year later Mary moved to Denmark, adopted the Lutheran faith, and began learning Danish. Finally, on May 14, 2004, the couple wed in Copenhagen Cathedral in a glamorous event that brought together royalty from across the old continent. In 2005, the couple had their firstborn son, Prince Christian. Isabel and twins Vincent and Josephine completed the happy family, or at least happy in the eyes of the gallery. The famous photos of the Danish monarch in Madrid, taken late last year, caused a worldwide scandal, and also provoked an alleged crisis in their marriage, the true extent of which we never learned. It was then alleged that during Maria's visit to New York, her husband secretly traveled to Spain. For their part, the royal couple made no comment on the allegations, although it has been suggested that Queen Margrethe's decision to abdicate may have been a desperate maneuver to save their marriage. Regardless of the veracity of the rumors, the monarch has a tumultuous past that also includes such missteps. Before he started dating Maria, he was known as Prince Casanova, thanks to a string of attractive ex-girlfriends, including a serious relationship with model Katja Storkholm in the late 1990s. According to a 2008 unofficial biography, Katja was instrumental in preparing Frederick for his future role as king and even helped him draft speeches. It was also claimed that Frederick wanted to marry her, but Queen Margrethe thwarted the engagement plans. However, the most high-profile scandal broke earlier, with 21-year-old student Malu Omoend, who was already divorced at the time. We have to go back to New Year's Eve, 1992. The police officers stopped the car, not realizing that the other driver was Prince Frederick. She had no valid driver's license and tested positive for alcohol. They spent 12 hours in a Copenhagen jail. This had such repercussions that there were even calls in Parliament for her to give up her dynastic rights. Queen Margrethe sent him to study at Harvard, and the case was closed. In 2018, a movie inspired by Frederick's turbulent teenage years caused a stir among fans of the royal family. The script, which included risk scenes, reportedly upset Mary greatly. The movie's director, Christian Taftrup, called it a beautiful story about a young man who is not allowed to be what he wants to be. Tattooed, an extreme sports enthusiast, he is married, which has not stopped him from getting into trouble more than once. In August 2008, for example, he was kicked out of a Beijing nightclub at 3 a.m. after a night out with friends. A month earlier, Danish media reported that Mary sent her husband home from a nightclub in Skagen, tired of his drinking. In addition to Frederick and Mary's personal lives, their relationship with their immediate family has been affected by friction over Queen Margrethe's controversial decision to take titles away from Prince Joachim's children in 2022. It's something I've been considering for quite some time, the monarch said at the time, adding that I think it will be good for their future. The Danish royal court stated, Her Majesty the Queen wishes to create the conditions for her 4 grandchildren to be able to determine their own lives to a greater extent without being constrained by the special considerations and obligations that official membership of the Royal House of Denmark as an institution entails. However, Prince Joachim and his former wife, Countess Alexandra, were not happy with the decision. I can say that my children are saddened, said the youngest of the family. My children don't know where they are, what they are supposed to believe in. Why should their identity be taken away from them? Why should they be punished like this? Prince Frederick of Denmark added fuel to the fire by supporting his mother and assuring her that I myself have an interest in the Danish monarchy becoming smaller over time. So I support my mother's decision. Mary also stated that she realizes that change can be difficult and cause a lot of pain. But that doesn't mean that the decision is not the right one, she said. Although the longtime monarch later regretted her decision, saying she underestimated the extent of the impact on my youngest son and his family. It makes a big impression, and I regret it. But the truth is that the relationship between the 2 brothers is still at a low ebb and more estranged than ever, in a case similar to that of William and Harry. The future holder of the Danish throne, who just turned 18, doesn't usually make headlines unless you count his royal romance with Maria Chiara de Bourbon da Sicilius. The truth is that 2 years ago he couldn't avoid getting involved in the controversy. In 2022, the young man was expelled from boarding school. Subsequently, Frederick and Mary also announced that Princess Isabel would not be enrolled at the Herlufsholm boarding school, as previously planned. The prestigious school was founded for Danish nobility in 1565. In addition to the older children's studies, the future of twins Vincent and Josephine, who may be left without the title of princes like their cousins, is at stake. Another stone in the shoes of Mary and Frederick, who had a less than auspicious start as kings. Despite the challenges and controversies that have marked their reign thus far, Frederick and Mary of Denmark have demonstrated resilience and a commitment to their roles as monarchs. Their 20th wedding anniversary serves not only as a testament to their personal bond, but also to their dedication to the Danish monarchy and its future. While rumors of infidelity and marital strife, along with familial tensions, have cast shadows over their time on the throne, the couple's recent public appearances and expressions of affection suggest a united front. The journey ahead for Frederick and Mary is undoubtedly filled with both opportunities and obstacles. As they navigate the complexities of modern monarchy, their ability to adapt and address the concerns of their subjects will be crucial. The stripping of titles from Prince Joachim's children has highlighted the delicate balance between royal tradition and the evolving expectations of royal life, a balance that Frederick and Mary are tasked with maintaining. In the end, the legacy of Frederick and Mary's reign will be shaped not only by how they manage the scandals and challenges of today, but also by how they prepare the monarchy for the future. Their story is a reminder that even in fairy tales, the path to a happy ending is often fraught with trials. Yet, it is through facing these trials together that true strength and unity are forged. As they move forward, the Danish monarchs have the opportunity to redefine what it means to be royal in the 21st century, ensuring that their reign is remembered not for its controversies, but for its contributions to Denmark and its people.